Well, this is awkward. The New York Jets are trying to get Allen Lazard, their $44 million starting receiver, to take, quote, a significant pay cut. According to ESPN's Rich Cimini, contract talks are ongoing with Allen Lazard, who is set to make a non-guaranteed $11 million in 2025 base pay. He has 2 years left on his $44 million contract he signed just a couple of years ago. In March, Lazard was given permission to seek a trade, but obviously that didn't go anywhere. General Manager Darren Muji talked about that at the NFL annual league meetings. Let's hear it.
What do you think of your receiver room right now, and where does Allen Lazard fit in that?
Yeah, the receiver room we feel good about. Obviously, it starts with G-Dub, Darrell Wilson, one of the top receivers. And in regards to Allen Lazard, we're working through that right now, but feel good about where that's going.
Lazard, what do you mean working through that?
Yeah, in regards to potential restructuring of the contract, but hope to have Allen on the team.
So restructure, though, means, you're operating, he's going to be on the team next year, whether it's a restructured contract
That's
or...
the hope, but we'll work through that. That's fluid.
I hate that the New York Jets apparently are seriously considering keeping Allen Lazard on the roster. This guy has been an awful signing for the New York Jets. He led the league in drop percentage last year. He's a penalty monster, and his attitude was piss poor when he first came over here and Aaron Rodgers got hurt in 2023. He sort of threw a temper tantrum, was a healthy scratch in multiple games at the end of the 2023 season. While he's sure he caught a bunch of touchdowns this past season, I don't know. The full Allen Lazard picture leaves much to be desired, but the New York Jets are in a tough pickle here because their wide receiver room is Garrett Wilson and a bunch of guys, and the options available in free agency are not sexy. The 2025 NFL draft doesn't have the same star power that it's had in years past, so now the Jets are looking at Allen Lazard, and Lazard is looking at the Jets. The Jets are like, well, Allen Lazard is the second best wide receiver on our roster. We don't just want to dump him without a proper plan on how to replace him. And what about Lazard? Lazard could say, hey, I refuse to take a pay cut, so you're either going to have to cut me and let me go where I want, or we're going to have an awkward situation here. So the Jets sort of have to work their way through. We have a full article in the YouTube description down below talking about this topic. And Connor Hughes, NFL insider for SNY, brought up a couple years ago. You guys might remember this comp. In 2021, the New York Jets had Jamison Crowder on the roster. I can't believe that guy's still in the NFL. He's catching passes from Jaden Daniels last year, for Pete's sake. But that's neither here nor there. But Jamison Crowder was set to make $10 million in non-guaranteed money, very similar to this Allen Lazard situation. And the Jets in the middle of the summer said, hey, man, take a pay cut. We're going to cut your ass. And Jamison Crowder's like, geez, if I get cut late in the summer here, I might not have a job in the NFL. So I guess I have no choice. Okay, I'll take the restructure, aka the pay cut. And instead of making $10 million non-guaranteed, he made $5 million. $4.5 million of that $5 million was fully guaranteed. So they sliced his salary by more than 50% to make it happen. And Jameson was surprised by that news, but it's the NFL. It's a cold, cutthroat business. Now we go over here to Lazard. The real question is, what do the Jets do? If the Jets wait until June 2nd, the Jets can pull the Jamison Crowder move and cut him. If they cut Allen Lazard, they'll get $11 million in cap savings if they wait until June 2nd to pull off that move. If Lazard doesn't think he could get another job, maybe he will have no choice but to take the pay cut the Jets are efforting him to take. Or Lazard could just say, hey, wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, I'm going to just end up swinging over there. So it's a very interesting dance here happening between the New York Jets and Allen Lazard. Again, a dance I wish they weren't participating in. Quite frankly, I wish there were better options available so the Jets could just cut ties and move on, because the Aaron Rodgers era was unfortunately a disaster. And what may be best is simply just ripping the Band-Aid off and moving forward with a completely new squad coming here for the Jets. But when your wide receiver room features guys like Josh Reynolds and Tyler Johnson, Malachi Corley, Xavier Gibson, for God's sakes, no question, that is the reason why the Jets are in this situation. Rich Cimini of ESPN said that Lazard taking a pay cut is, quote, no gimme, so stay tuned on this situation. Connor Hughes said the same thing, that he's not sure if Lazard's going to take the pay cut like Jamison Crowder did. So obviously, like I said, this sets up for a potentially awkward situation here. This bears watching over the next couple of months. The Jets have already used both of their post-June 1 designations. That was on linebacker C.J. Mosley and quarterback Aaron Rodgers. You're only allowed 2 per team per offseason, which means, again, if the Jets want the benefits of the post-June 1 cut, of being able to split the dead cap hit over multiple years and thus get the maximum amount of savings, you literally have to wait till after June 1, which is what the Jets would do in theory for Allen Lazard. Now, getting a bunch of money is good. They'd get $11 million in savings, but having no one to spend it on, I'm not sure what the plan B is to Allen Lazard unless the Jets really get aggressive during the 2025 NFL draft at the wide receiver position. That still is to be determined. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in for this quick video. Like I said, we have a full article in the YouTube description down below on this very topic matter. And depending on when you're watching this video, we're going to have a 7-round New York Jets mock draft with a brand new draft analyst dropping on Monday, March 31st, live for Boy Green Daily at 7:30 in the morning. So you guys can either tune into that if that hasn't happened yet, or if it already has happened, you can rewatch it in the live section of the YouTube channel. So we're live every day here on Boy Green's YouTube channel at 7:30 in the morning. Plus, we also do these short form videos on all the latest news and nuggets happening with the New York Jets. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time as we continue our chase for 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Remember, it's free to like the video, and it's free to hit subscribe. Make sure you spread the word. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next time.